Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I am back with a response to someone. I gotta check the comment section and see what it was, who asked about the resources that we use to teach the kids Hebrew, or and I think it was Little Homeschool Mama, but I'm gonna show you some of the things that we use. However, I want to be clear that we probably do things a little bit different than other people that are teaching their kids Hebrew, because our focus right now isn't necessarily on that the kids can speak Hebrew. What we really want the kids to be able to do is to translate from Hebrew to English for themselves when they are looking through the oldest available documents that we have for scriptures. And we focus mainly on the Torah. And the Torah is the first 5 books that will be considered the first 5 books in the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the prophets, and Psalms. So those are really the things that we focus on. So the Torah, first 5 books, the prophets, and Psalms. So these are the things that we use. One of the first things I wanted my kids to be able to do was to not only be able to say God's name in Hebrew, not so much in Hebrew, but names are transliterated as opposed to translated. That is the absolute standard for translation. It doesn't matter if it's religious, secular, whatever. You always transliterate names. And what we mean by transliteration is that you don't change somebody's name. Your name is always your name. What you do is you use whatever sounds are available so that your name can be spoken in that new language. For instance, Genghis Khan. Okay, we just know how to say that name in English. Or Adolf Hitler. We just know how to say Adolf in English, but that was his name in German as well. But like titles can be translated, but names are transliterated. So we wanted to make sure that the kids could spell God's name in Hebrew and also spell it in English and know how to say it in English and how to write it phonetically in English. So first thing I got was these little magnetic letters, and these are Hebrew letters, and I got two boxes. That's why this is overflowing, but it just shows you the various Hebrew letters. Okay, and so we'll use these on the whiteboard, and the kids will use them to spell out all the names and the words that are important to us. So that's one of the first things that we do. And then we have, this is a Hebrew language chart, and I actually just printed this offline. Where did I get this from? Shemaiah Israel. And this shows the various the numbers, because all Hebrew letters are associated with a number. And then Paleo Hebrew, which was one of the earliest forms of Hebrew, modern Hebrew, English, and what the pictograph was, and what that letter means. So we use that. So like the first 2 letters in Hebrew are the Aleph and Bet. Okay, and that's where we get alphabet from. Okay, this is another Hebrew chart, and it gives you the letter and then the pronunciation and also the number association with it. So we also have that, and it also has, like on the back, it has a way to practice by practicing with some of the songs. So we do those. Another thing that I have for translation, we use, this is I'm just showing you, this is Logos software, and it comes on CDs, and they're nothing fancy. I just wanted to just kind of show them, but they're not fancy really. There's nothing like really amazing about the look of it. But basically, this gives you, I mean, there are just tons and tons and tons of resources on Logos software. So that's what we'll use to translate for ourselves. And we have some other resources too, but that's generally the main resources that we'll use to translate and have an understanding. And the thing about Hebrew is a really, really difficult language, because you're not just translating the words, but you're translating the stems and getting the meaning from that, and so it's it can be pretty complex. So we also have this Hebrew. It is grammar charts, and then it has Psalms 1 and 150 narrated. So and then it gives it to you at 3 different speeds, so you can hear it fast and slow, and then also really, and then normal. So you can kind of get the flow for how it sounds, and then you also get to hear it. This is Speaktionary, and it is a Hebrew speaking dictionary. So it doesn't just tell you the words, but it actually pronounces the words for you. And then this is a Hebrew to English transliterated Bible, and so we actually only use this for just kind of understanding how it would sound transliterated, but we don't use this for definition and that sort of stuff, but it's just nice to have the sounds. We also have these are biblical Hebrew vocabulary cards, and these cards, sorry, I should have had the box open already. But these are just, they're just little cards where on one side you'll see the Hebrew, okay, and then on the back it'll give you what the word means, okay. So here is the word, and then here's what the word means. The thing is, you have to know what the word means, or you have to be able to look up the word to know which word you're dealing with these cards. I couldn't find a good flashcard set for Hebrew, but that wasn't, because what we were using it for wasn't that big of a deal. And then have this book, Time to Read Hebrew, Volume 1, and I like it. It's really colorful. It goes at a slow pace. It does have more modern Hebrew, so it will have the vowel pointings. The vowel pointings weren't actually always in Hebrew, so but it's neat. It's a fun little book to work through. This one is called Alif Isn't Enough, and this is actually Hebrew for adults, and it just it's for me to get much more of the background and understanding of the words and that sort of stuff. And then basically I have, book 1 and so all the books for that. And then the first book, workbook I showed you, this is the activity book to that first book I showed you. And then it has things like hidden pictures, and I just copied those off because I didn't want to have to buy 3 for the kids. So see those, and it's just, that's a really fun set. So these two I could definitely recommend for kids, but it's really hard to teach a child Hebrew if you don't know it at least a little bit yourself, or speak it a little bit yourself. And that's why and for us, it really wasn't extremely important that they learn to read and speak Hebrew at this point. What we were really using it for was translation. And the reason why that was so important was because the way that we see different accounts is extremely different than a lot of the people around us. And so it's really important for my kids to understand why does mommy and daddy say that it means this when all the people around me say it means something different? So this is the way that we can really help our children understand why our what we are saying things mean is so different than what they maybe hear other people say, their friends or relatives and stuff like that. So when they can understand translation, and that, okay, this word that was translated into the Bible this way and this version of the Torah this way, this word, it has 5 different meanings. So this word could have been translated this way, and this way. So let's really read for ourselves and figure out which makes the most sense as far as translation. So that's what we're using it for. But I would say, if nothing else, if you really just want your kids to be able to play around with Hebrew words and stuff like that, I would say get something like this, something that's really fun, hands-on, and just, a simple workbook. And definitely there are some websites and stuff where you can hear it spoken, and I think that that's really the brilliance of it, just letting kids hear Hebrew be spoken and stuff like that. But it's when you're dealing with Hebrew, it's really one of those things where it's not enough to just read the words. You have to think in Hebrew as well. And so that's what makes Hebrew really difficult for English speakers to learn. So it's kind of a more complicated, probably one of the most complicated languages for an English speaker to learn. So I hope looking at some of these resources will help. If you want some more information on any of those, post it in the comment box and I will get back with you. Thanks a lot. This is Dr. J. Bye-bye.